Hi Gina, how are you? Okay, Peter, excellent, good. Okay, so hope everybody can hear me well. Just want to do the quick test on that. Okay, great. So we've got that all happening. All right, so once again, okay, yep, all right. Busy little night tonight, isn't it? So let's see. Yep, I'll just start again. Thank Peter and Bob for posting, Peter for all the recorded sessions that we're able to look at. And these are helpful because they just help me gauge how, if there's any better way or that I can go and help you guys with presenting enough vertical lines that keep to their consistency and truth of requiring a diamond. Okay, so what I mean is that if you have a confirmed vertical line and it's confirmed that it will get to a blue diamond, and if it has a confirmed red vertical line, that'll get to a red diamond. Yeah, so virtually the manipulation of that, so that the software does that, and from feedback to see, okay, maybe because I'm moving around, okay, apologies, I'll try not to move too much. Is that a bit more consistent, the sound, Peter? Okay, I try just to go not move my head so much when I talk. Okay, so yes. Okay, so if the fulcrum is the main essential alert that places in a position to then look forward to confirming that vertical line and then to make a trade once it's confirmed and it's in the right zone. Okay, so the aim of having these lines present truthfully and consistently, and to go and give it the desired result is paramount. That means that's the most important thing that I need to go and do. Okay, because if I'm able to go and ensure that those vertical lines come up, if I can make it a bit more regular, and more importantly, that if I could make it more regular and it's confirmed, can I put any other prompts and alerts there that you can utilize a vertical line from, apart from another time frame? Okay, so there's where these balls that are circles, dots. Yep. So here, you can see a vertical line that's not confirmed. Then over here, we have two vertical lines that are confirmed. Yeah. Okay, now once it's confirmed, it means it needs to go and that it has to find a completion, and that's to get a diamond that's got a white dotted line joining it. Yeah. Okay, so at some point, this red dot here would have been a red diamond and it jumped. Okay. Now, once the vertical line's confirmed, these dots are little mini highs. So if price needs to go further down, what you'll find price needs to do, if it wants to go further down, it has to come up to go down. Okay? Now, if I didn't present these dots, what's going to happen is that you'll just have candles and you might miss that there's a re-entry. So these are just alerts that can make a noise and make you come back. Okay, so I'll just take those dots away, those additional dots. Now when they come up as an alert, they won't say diamond, they'll say star or dot. Okay, so see, LMM, red star or dot. So I actually use one of the indicators I create for LMM to give you this intermediate dot. Okay, so, and that means really you'll get an alert, and you can either enter in the candles after that once you've been brought back to your computer screen by that alert. Yeah, or if you happen to be every 15 minutes looking at the candle to take a multi-chart screen and you see a dot and an alert appear, you know that that's a confirmed red vertical line. That's a signal that you can re-enter if you haven't already entered. Okay, because in this area here where the price opened below and it's near the river, it's in the wrong zone, so we really want it to come back to the right zone. And that being the case, when it does come back to the right zone, you have the foreknowledge that it will definitely go past that previous low. Okay, so there's these dots should be additional aids and visual help and audio helps, and go to your mobile phones. Okay, so that's what these dots are really there for as well. And as well as that, they also make a pop-up if price is getting to the extreme. Okay, so even if it's not a diamond, the dot will come up and say, hey, maybe you should have a manual exit. Okay, so these dots are there, and that's their reason. Okay, because if there weren't the dots, then a lot of you might just be looking at the candles and or be away from the screen and not realize that price has gone back to the right zone. Okay, is there any questions just about what I've just gone over? No, it's all very clear, is it? Okay. Okay. So these diamonds and dots are significant because they're measuring mini highs and mini lows, and we can actually set them to have a threshold, you know. So if we know what we want to achieve, then we're able to go and set these. And sometimes I get the feeling that, you know, once the vertical red lines happen, then it's in the wrong zone. We sort of zone out, and before we know, we come back and it's given us a re-entry, but we're away from the computer or just zoned out. So these alerts are just there. It just basically just remind us, or to go and knock on our door and say, hey, that confirmed vertical line, there's a possible re-entry. Okay, so they're meant to be helpful. The other thing, perhaps I should go over once again, is just that okay, nothing gets past you, Peter and Gina. I can see that, yes. As you can see with the river and its size, I have been alternating trying to find a happiness between, 1.618 and 3. And our standard one is 2, because they both offer us benefits, because they give us target points of where price could reach as a visual lookup. Okay, so, and trying to do one river, it's a little bit limiting to some extent. So by having the main river in the standard river color of thick green riverbank and thick pink riverbank as the main river, and having that set smaller than the bigger one, and the bigger one not quite set at 3 but close, gives, as you can see, an additional outline, because by setting that new template, I was actually helping you guys aim at towards the farther away riverbank, because when we do have a momentum, really it is wanting to get to that riverbank, and sometimes we set our sights probably a little bit too close. So as with the fine tuning, when there is opportunity, I want it to be quite clear that yes, it can go default, but it can go more than default. And as you can see over here, it took 2 steps to get there. Okay, went down to here, which gave a dot to get exit, and then it went back up, gave us a dot up here, which would signal that we could re-enter in that trade. And you can see it went to that stretch of a profit line, and in fact even went further. Okay, and the other thing that I really wanted to bring back, or to make an additional help when there's extra momentum, is the greedy line. Yeah, okay, so what I wanted to do is to emphasize momentum when you've got a vertical line, and so if there's more momentum, that means there's every chance it's going to give us more profit or go further, so we can re-enter again. So to achieve those 2 things, helps me to have the main river and a secondary river, so that we don't have to go and put anything on the chart. The chart actually has everything we need for it, and it works in with our vertical line, our fulcrum. Okay, so let me just get rid of that. So over here, the greedy line exits the trade, and you've got these candles here. I'll just get the cross here. Okay, these candles, these 3 or 4 candles, then would say that there's momentum, and if our target here was, we had our yellow line, so let me make that yellow because I don't want to get confused with report lines. Okay, so with our expected target being there, and we can see the greedy line going out, we can actually have a warning that we can move our take profit a bit further down. Now, I don't want it to be whimsy that just to move it anywhere. Okay, when the greedy line goes out at the point of crossing, very much like with the HP99, where when the white trend line went outside the riverbank, we could actually add the default pips. Okay, so what did I mean by that? I'll mark down where the greedy line went up, say here. Okay, what we can do is where the pink riverbank is, we can actually say, oh, 15 pips. So M15 default's 30 pips. We can add 30 pips from the pink riverbank, very much like we did there. Okay, so that way we're actually able to utilize the chart, the greedy line, and our riverbanks to actually manage our trade and to extend our profit should they arise. Because if you're able to go and take profit and you're already in the trade and you're able to extend it, why wouldn't we? Okay, so you probably see it happening in front of you and would probably like to get into that. So I just like to make it a step-by-step mathematical way that you can do it and visually using the chart. Okay, so once again, let's do it step by step. Okay, mark vertical lines. It's not that I'm ignoring the current time frame, it's just that the red vertical lines here have already got the outside the pink riverbank. They've got a white dotted line, so any trade that was a sell trade would be exited now. Okay, so since I'm not able to enter a sell trade at this stage, on the M5, M15. Yeah, we can have a look at this after we finish. Okay, the more important thing is I would just like to go and okay, so any of these two vertical lines, I've just marked one. Okay, doing our fulcrum, open price. Okay, so the riverbank, because there's two, I want you to go and put it at the dotted riverbank, the farther away one, because our default's going to be 30 pips. Yeah, 30. Actually, we're going to do our stop loss first. So yeah, so I'll be using the star. Okay, price has already had a couple of vertical lines, and that's 40 pips, so it's 10 pips above our default. So let's use that. Last blue diamond. Now that's my stop loss of 37 pips. Take profit, 37 pips. Okay, so I've done the 4 steps of the checklist of the step 1 of the fulcrum. Okay, my first take profit, if I were able to enter, would be there. Okay, I've taken profit. Price is retraced up there. I've got a blue dot alert. I come and I can see that there's still more profit in that trade. And if that wasn't a red diamond exit point, this is certainly then a jumping scenario, jumping diamond scenario. Okay, and here's our take props. Now notice the shape of the river. It's like a mountain or a hill. At that stage, we may have had the Fibonacci drawn down, showing that there was momentum going down. Yep. Anyway, we've got this alert. It's in the right zone. We've got our secondary target or expected target. Yep. So price has gone up there. It's already given us a low, so price is going to go past that. So the next aim is I expect to take profit, which we marked at the fulcrum, step 1. Okay, so candle after the dot, it's always the candle after the dot, candle after the vertical line is the minimum. We're looking to take profit here, yeah. But 2 candles later, or 3 candles later, we get the greedy line crossed outside, yeah. This might be a bit much, and that's why luckily there's enough on a video. Because of that greedy line going up, we know there's momentum. We can add the default of another 30 pips, because 15 minutes default's 30 pips on a pound Aussie. And we can actually extend our take profit to this point here. Okay. Just make sure I'm correct there. All right. So once again, we're letting the chart do the work and tell us, so we don't, you know, because we're in that trade, so it's not as if we're going to walk away from it. But if we're happy with the take profit of the expected, then yes, we can walk away. Why not? If we really wanted to go and feel 100%, we would just set it at the previous low, because it has to go past on it. Okay. But knowing that there's a momentum there, you know, it would be definitely an opportunity for us to go and actually sit there and extend the profit and have a chance of having a 2-3 for 1 trade, which will save us doing another 2 1-for-1 trades. Yeah. So basically, we're making our life easier, putting profits when they're in front of us. Okay, so that's what this arrangement allows. Hopefully, it won't be too confusing, but it's just for me, what it looks like is it allows me then to go and have the benefits of the river, and trying to instead of trying to get one river to do everything, doing it this way, I actually can achieve more and have a more visual step-by-step aid, and have the charts help you a bit more. Okay, because you've got your default stop levels that you can always apply. We're able to go and utilize our greedy line for additional momentum and that, and for us to enter trades when the greedy line's outside would give us confidence that price is going to still have momentum to go down and fulfill our profit targets. Yeah, because everything really, when we look at our charts, is a sense of confidence. You know, we trade if we have these things to support our own sense of what we're seeing, and that when we're seeing momentum in a market, we'd like to go and see some additional momentum indicators support us and help us out with. Okay, so really that's what is my way of getting the charts to talk more, get more involved, and to give useful information that impacts your bottom line. And if I'm able to go and get that to do, and you can achieve more in some trades when the momentum has been pointed out and supported and shown to you, then you're able to take more profit, and they'll make it more fulfilling, because we don't feel that we have to do as many trades. And if there's, because really, I don't want any more vertical lines than the ones that are, you know, really above 80%, 85%, that's going to give us the target we want. I really do like to go and remove as many fake vertical lines as I can. So it's a balance. So those are still going to happen. But on the flip side, giving you opportunities to take more profit will more than compensate for that. Yeah. So So yes, we've talked about the vertical the dots. We've talked about the main river, okay, and the secondary river. Okay, so the settings have been done. So to support you visually when you look at the chart, and to give more information, and to give you alerts when there's a possible re-entry, just in case you're not in front of the computer. And it's good to know that you are going to get an alert. Yeah. So, and the other thing is, I've given you some extra vertical line. Okay. So what I've done is, that's the river that draws, which is your standard vertical lines, and I've given it a little brother. Okay. So I've actually given you an additional LG river, because the LG river that actually draws these lines, and it's just offset with a setting. But once again, it's still aiming, it still knows about the red and blue diamonds. Okay, so once again, this is very much in sync with its bigger brother LG river. They're both set at 24.15.9. So any vertical lines they draw, it's an expectation that once it's confirmed, it will look for the opposite diamond. Yep. So if I'm going up and I got a blue vertical line, it'll be looking for a blue diamond with a dotted line. If I got a red vertical line, it'll be looking for a red diamond joined by a dotted line. Yep. So once again, keeping the consistency that and your expectations, that when you do have a vertical confirmed line, that it is, if it hasn't reached a diamond with a dotted white line, that it will want to. Yeah. More than one to must. Okay. So these are the ways where we're able to still achieve the same goals, but just with a little bit of additional backup framework to give us a little bit more of everything. Yeah. But once again, never losing sight that we want correct information that we can act on in the belief of the final result being a profitable trade. All right. So just probably just to go and see, because all the lines are the same color. I'll just show you that the setting does give you additional opportunities. That means as a vertical line alert, I'll just change the color so you can see it. Yeah. So, because once again, with each indicator, I have to have some reasonably tight framework to achieve the results I want from it. So I can't say I want this and I also want that and adjust some of its settings. I need to really have two individuals and have their settings synced and similar, but still enough to go and pick up something that the other one doesn't. So as you can see, they complement each other very well. Yeah. Once again, I'll put it back to the color, but that's just to show you that the two different rivers. Give us additional alerts and opportunities. Okay, so all right. Okay, looks like we're coming to that period of time where another 9 minutes to go. So yeah, so that's why you've got two vertical red lines very close to each other, because they're actually generated by each of the rivers. Okay, so your criteria and everything exactly the same. Marking it out, it's still, you know, default stop loss, yellow line at open price, but your expected price would be at the larger river. Yep, because with the current river you have, or well, it is actually a bit further up. And the only reason is because when it's confirmed and there is momentum, generally it will push there. Okay. So, is there any questions there, or I've given too much and probably let you guys watch this again and digest it and forward you the template? Now, once again, I don't do the templates because I want to frustrate you and to make your life hard. I'm hopefully adjusting it from what I see from the things that the work and time Peter's put in to do his time-lapse recording of what the market's doing, to Bob posting his trades. Okay, now the other thing that might be helpful that I showed Bob last week is we can spend a lot of time labeling our screenshots, so much so that we miss sometimes trades, or you know, we just and we don't have a good filing system. So this is what I've shown Bob to do. Desktop. No. Just give me a sec. I'm just trying to get to the desktop. Oh yeah, that's good. I've got to my desktop. Okay. So over here, you see all the screenshots there. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, top left-hand corner, you can just see it says 4, 5, and 6. So it just goes virtually. I just number them from the start of the session, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way until I finish. And what I do is put it in a folder for the day. Yeah. So 25th, 26th. And basically, if I started at whatever time, 9:15, each picture I took, and if I was posting on WhatsApp, it'd be timestamp and sequence in WhatsApp. Okay, so I don't really need to do much more than that, because in reality, by looking at the chart, I can see what's happening, can't I? Okay, so unless you had sort of additional information that you wanted to put on it, which you can put afterwards. But at the end of the day, tonight or tomorrow morning, I create a folder, call it the 29th, and I'll drag all those pictures into that folder, the 29th, and then I'll create a new week. So And when I want to do WhatsApp, it's easy enough. I just look for picture 1, picture 2. Yeah. Does that make sense? All right. So once again, I'm just trying to go and fill in the gaps or to make things that much better after, with the feedback of how you guys are using the fulcrum and going along. So no doubt all of you are pretty good at the criteria and all that now. So it allows me just to go and see what I can add and take away that's going to make it a much better template for you, and one that gives you more, but not being less profitable. Okay, so always in mind that I won't say safety, but really, if we can have good profitable trades without stress, that's what really the aim is. So there's the aim of this. Okay, so this should be up, and I'll send you the links probably in the next half an hour. Yeah, if there's any questions that you might come to mind afterwards, post it and I'll answer it. All right, so thank you again. Hopefully, hopefully that all helps to make sense. And obviously, yeah, you using it, it's going to be the best. Okay, but before we go, this is a good example, yeah, of what we're talking about when we're marking it up. Price went down, got a diamond for exit. We've closed the trade, or we didn't enter the trade, or whatever, because price in the wrong zone. Price came back above, gave us a blue dot alert. Okay, we could come back, and if there was an opportunity, we may have been able to take trade. Okay, at this stage, price was in the wrong zone. A lot of times it will be higher, it will be in the right zone, but you've got an example of the dots. At least it calls you back and says, etc. And yeah, jumping environment, and really, we never miss anything. Okay, it's designed that in doing what we need to do, when we get the alerts, we'll get the profits in due course, and it'll be more consistent and plentiful as we get more used to it. All right, so thank you and have a great night. Look forward to giving any support and feedback I can, and hopefully these little changes aren't too much of a problem to adjust to, and that once you've done it and you got used to it, you'll find that it's beneficial. Okay, so good night and thank you.